The concept of neuroplasticity is not just a principle of neuroscience, it's a cornerstone in understanding the transformative power of the human mind. At its core, neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt as a result of experience. This adaptability is seen in the way nerve cells, neurons, form connections. When neurons fire together in response to a thought or action, they form a bond, a pathway in the brain, often summarized by the phrase nerve cells that fire together wire together. This process underlies everything from learning a new skill to adopting a new mindset. Conversely, the principle of neuroplasticity also encompasses the idea that when we cease to engage in certain thoughts or behaviors, the neural connections associated with these activities begin to weaken. Over time, these pathways can dissipate, embodying the phrase, neurons that no longer fire together, no longer wire together. This aspect of neuroplasticity is crucial in understanding how we can unlearn unhelpful or damaging patterns of thought and behavior. The implications of neuroplasticity for personal transformation are profound. It means that our brains are not fixed or unchangeable, but are instead dynamic and responsive to our actions and thoughts. By consciously choosing our thoughts and deliberately focusing on these chosen thoughts, we can effectively rewire our brains. This process involves strengthening the neural pathways that support our goals and aspirations while simultaneously weakening those that represent our limiting beliefs and negative patterns. For example, if we consistently focus on thoughts of self-empowerment and success, we reinforce the neural pathways that align with these concepts. Over time, these pathways become stronger, making such thoughts more automatic and easily accessible. This neurological change can lead to a profound shift in our attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors, aligning them more closely with our aspirations. On the other hand, if we identify thoughts that contribute to negative self perception or unproductive behaviors and consciously choose to disengage from these thoughts, the neural pathways associated with them weaken. This weakening is a critical step in breaking free from cycles of negativity and self doubt. It's akin to pruning a garden. By removing the thoughts that don't serve us, we make room for more positive and nurturing ones to grow. This dynamic nature of the brain also highlights the importance of repetition in the process of personal transformation. Just as a muscle grows stronger with regular exercise, neural pathways solidify with repeated use. Continuously focusing on positive, goal oriented thoughts reinforces these pathways, making them more dominant in our cognitive processes. Personal growth is a complex and multifaceted journey that entails both the elimination of outdated habits and beliefs and the cultivation of new, more constructive ones. This journey is not merely about acquiring new knowledge or skills, but involves a deeper, more fundamental change in our very being. It's about breaking the habit of the old self, a self that may be mired in limiting beliefs, negative patterns, and unhelpful behaviors, and consciously creating a new self equipped with a mindset and habits that support our growth and aspirations. This transformative process involves a significant neurological component, the pruning of old synaptic connections and the fostering of new ones. In the brain, synaptic connections are the points where nerve cells connect and communicate. Pruning these connections means weakening the neural pathways that have been reinforced by our past thoughts and behaviors, particularly those that are no longer serving our best interests. This is akin to unfiring and unwiring old patterns, a process that requires conscious effort and persistence. At the same time, we must engage in the refiring and rewiring of new, more beneficial neural pathways. This means adopting new thoughts, behaviors, and emotional responses that align with the person we aspire to become. Each time we engage in these new patterns, we strengthen these neural connections, making it easier to repeat these behaviors in the future. This dual process of removing old patterns and establishing new ones is what facilitates the profound change that personal growth entails. This transformation goes beyond mere cognitive change. It's not just about changing what we think, but how we think. It involves a deep reprogramming of the mind where we challenge and replace deep seated beliefs and worldviews with new perspectives that better serve our current goals and values. This reprogramming is not a superficial alteration, but a fundamental change in our mental processes. Moreover, personal growth involves a profound emotional shift. Our emotions are intricately linked to our thought patterns and behaviors. Many of our old patterns are underpinned by emotional responses that have become habitual over time. Unlearning these emotional responses is as crucial as changing our thoughts and behaviors. This emotional unlearning paves the way for reconditioning our emotional responses, allowing us to react to situations in ways that are more aligned with our desired self. Creating a new identity through this process of unlearning and relearning is a journey of self discovery and self creation. It's about stepping out of the confines of the person we have been and embracing the potential of who we can become. This journey requires courage, as it often means letting go of aspects of our identity that we have held on to for a long time, even if they no longer serve us. The journey of transformation is frequently characterized by a profound struggle, a tug of war between our conscious intentions and the deeply ingrained habits that have been etched into our being over time. This internal conflict is not just a battle of thoughts or desires, it manifests physically through our body's reactions to change. Our bodies, habituated to certain emotions and responses like anger, frustration, or anxiety, often resist the changes we strive to implement. This resistance can be a significant barrier in our path to transformation, making it essential to develop effective strategies to navigate and overcome it. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools in this regard. These practices are not just about quieting the mind or finding a moment of peace. They are about gaining mastery over our bodily reactions to emotional stimuli. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. We learn to recognize our habitual responses as they arise, and instead of automatically reacting to them, we choose to respond in a more deliberate and controlled manner. Mindfulness, in particular, brings our attention back to the present moment, helping us to break free from the relentless cycle of past regrets and future anxieties. By grounding ourselves in the now, we become more aware of our bodily sensations and emotional responses. This heightened awareness gives us the opportunity to pause and choose a different response, one that aligns more closely with our intentions and goals. This process of observing and controlling our bodily reactions is a profound exercise of willpower. It represents a significant victory over our unconscious programming, the automatic patterns of thought and behavior that have been conditioned into us over time. By consistently practicing mindfulness and meditation, we cultivate a stronger, more resilient will capable of overriding these unconscious impulses. Moreover, these practices contribute to a deeper sense of self awareness. As we become more attuned to our internal states, we develop a clearer understanding of the triggers that provoke certain habitual responses. This understanding is invaluable, as it provides us with the insights we need to initiate and sustain meaningful change. In addition, engaging in meditation and mindfulness can lead to a reduction in the intensity and frequency of negative emotional reactions. Over time, as we continue to practice observing and controlling our reactions, these habitual emotional responses begin to lose their hold over us. The emotions may still arise, but their impact is diminished, making it easier for us to stay aligned with our transformative goals. The path of transformation, therefore, is not just about adopting new behaviors or thought patterns. It's also about learning to manage and eventually transcend our habitual emotional responses. The journey is challenging, often requiring us to confront and work through deep seated emotions and patterns. However, with tools like meditation and mindfulness, we equip ourselves with the means to navigate this journey successfully, paving the way for lasting change and personal growth. The key to profound change and personal transformation indeed lies in embracing the unknown, a concept intrinsically tied to the present moment. The present moment is unique in its nature, standing apart from the past shadows and the future's mirages. To embrace the unknown is to step out of the comfort zone of past experiences, which often act as a template for our reactions and decisions, and to move beyond the realm of future predictions, which are frequently colored by our fears and hopes. In the present moment, we find the raw materials for genuine change. This is where the script of our life can be rewritten, free from the constraints of past conditioning and the weight of future expectations. The past, with all its memories and learned behaviors, often binds us to repetitive patterns. Similarly, our projections and worries about the future can paralyze us, preventing us from taking the bold steps necessary for transformation. By focusing on the present, we liberate ourselves from these temporal bonds. Being truly present is a state of heightened awareness and openness. In this state, we are more acutely aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they occur. This awareness allows us to see the habitual patterns of our mind and body more clearly and to make conscious choices rather than being driven by subconscious programming. It's in this space of awareness and choice that we find the power to change. Moreover, the present moment invites us to experience life in its purest form, unfiltered by our interpretations and judgments. This experience of life as it is, rather than as we think it should be, opens us up to new possibilities. We become more receptive to new ideas, new ways of being, and new opportunities for growth. It's as if by anchoring ourselves in the present, we tune into a broader range of life's frequencies, many of which were previously drowned out by the noise of our past preoccupations and future anxieties. Furthermore, embracing the unknown in the present moment entails a certain level of comfort with uncertainty. This comfort is not innate for many, as uncertainty often breeds fear and discomfort. However, it is within this very uncertainty that the potential for growth lies. When we let go of our need for certainty and control, we open ourselves to the flow of life, allowing ourselves to be guided by experiences and insights that we may have previously resisted. The final step in the transformational process is a pivotal one, encompassing the redefinition of our future. This phase goes beyond mere planning or goal setting. It's an immersive process of becoming acutely aware of and then reshaping our unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions to align with our envisioned future. This awareness is critical as our unconscious mind plays a significant role in driving our daily actions and reactions. By bringing these unconscious elements to light, we can begin to understand and, more importantly, rewrite the script that has been unconsciously guiding our lives. As we become more aware of our unconscious patterns, we gain the power to actively choose and reinforce the thoughts and behaviors that will construct our new reality. This step is not simply about adopting a positive mindset or practicing affirmations. It involves a deeper, more sustained effort to nurture thoughts and behaviors that resonate with our future selves. It's about creating a mental and emotional landscape that reflects where we want to be, not just where we have been. This process is intensely proactive. It involves not just thinking about the future in abstract terms, but living and feeling it in the present. This means experiencing the emotions of our desired future as if they were already our reality. When we do this, we send powerful signals to our body and our genes, indicating that the environment has changed. This signaling can initiate biological changes, effectively aligning our physiology with our new identity and goals. In essence, we are not just changing our thoughts. We are changing our biology to match our intentions. Moreover, this practice of embodying our future selves in the present moment can lead to profound shifts in our identity. It's a process that transcends traditional self improvement techniques as it involves a fundamental redefinition of who we are. By feeling the emotions of our future self now, whether that's confidence, joy, success, or any other state, we begin to embody those qualities in our current reality. We are no longer aspiring to be someone different. We are no longer aspiring to be someone different. We are in the process of becoming that person. This redefinition of our being is driven by a deep understanding of how our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. Our thoughts and emotions are not just responses to the world around us. They are the architects of our perception and experience of life. By consciously molding these elements, we can reshape our reality from the inside out. This transformational process is both empowering and challenging. It requires a level of self awareness and discipline that goes beyond the norm. It asks us to not only envision a different future, but to live it in our minds and bodies before it has manifested. This requires a leap of faith, a trust in the power of our own minds and emotions to bring about real change,